Hey, everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome back to another awesome behind the scenes edition of Arts and Learning Kids. I will be your host today, Mr. Root. Shout out to all of you who had a chance to see Mr. Fish at the 10:30 spot and Mr. Drew at the 9 o'clock spot. Honestly, you could just hip and hop, check out everybody. Everybody's gonna be awesome, but they're all for different grade bands. So my grade is pre-K and K. Mr. Fish's grade band is 3rd through 5th, and Mr. Drew's is 1st and 2nd grade. All right. So once again, welcome. I'm the host, and I'm your bearded host for this afternoon. What is a beard, you ask? It's a great question, and I'm glad you asked it. A beard is simply hair that grows on the lower half of my face, right in this space, right in this area, right here. And the cool thing about my face is not only for holding beards, it's for making noise. So I want you all to make some noise figuratively. And figuratively just means I want you to make noise on the internet. So on the internet, let me know where you're from and who you are. So go ahead, drop it in the chat. I'm going to make a little beat too. So I have a loop station here. I'm going to make it really exciting for you. And we're going to drop it in the chat, So like I said, since I can't see your faces, please drop your names and let me know where you are watching from. All right. And let me know what county you're from, what school, what area. Don't give me your address. That's too personal. But it's going to be real awesome, And we're going to deal with things that have to do with a little bit of our personalities and where we may have gotten them from in terms of our history and our ancestors. So we're going to be a little bit more detailed about that. All right. So let's go ahead and get it going. Check it out. Hey, peace and welcome back, everybody. We are at Arts and Learning Kids, and my name is Mr. Root. We have another amazing show for you today with two phenomenal people. You may have seen them in another episode, Miss Amadou and Sister Sierra. Now, Sister Sierra is a talented performance artist and company member of Wombworks Productions. Miss Amadou is a kindergarten teacher who currently teaches in Baltimore City. Today's title of our show, From Seeds to Flowers, breaking down stories to get to the root. And the only supplies you will need are pencil, paper, and your imagination. Now let's get to it. All right. So I'm looking at my shirt in this video, and in this episode it says, I'm about making my ancestors proud. Now you might be asking yourself, what or who is an ancestor? Now for this behind the scenes show, we'll just say that an ancestor or ancestors are people in your families that lived before us, like your great-great-great-great-great-grandmother or your great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. And if they didn't exist, they wouldn't have had their great-great-grandmothers and great-grandfathers and grandfathers and mothers, and then or fathers and all of that. So it's all about the people who lived before you lived that helped you to get here. Those are your ancestors. All right, so we're going to talk about that a little bit today. In many different cultures, we keep our ancestors alive by sharing stories that have been passed down from sons, daughters, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, and cousins, and other friends and family members. So I would like to think I'm making my great-great-grandparents proud by working with awesome kids and amazing people who all look a lot like you. So we're going to allow Sister Sierra and Miss Amadou to tell you a little bit more about what we're getting into today.
Greetings, scholars. Who remembers what vibe is? I heard someone say it. V is for voice, I is for imagination, B is for body movement, and E is for expression. Everyone, let's use our imagination and let's go for a walk in our virtues garden. Ooh, I see so many pretty flowers.
I see so many colors.
Yes, what do you see? Everyone look. I see gratitude flowers.
Wow. What's a gratitude flower?
Well, gratitude flowers are a way that we can express our gratitude and acknowledge the things that we're thankful for. On the stem, it says, I am grateful for. And on the petals, we will write what we are grateful for. Like in our garden, I see things like, I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for the sun. I'm
Mhm.
grateful for my friends. Do you want to plant some together?
That sounds like so much fun.
Mhm.
Can I be grateful for my mom and my dad?
Yes, they are important people in our lives. We can definitely be thankful for them. So, all you will need is a stencil of your gratitude flower. If you don't have one, just draw a line, a circle, and long ovals around that. The circle, that would be your petals. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about doing your best. This is a great activity to get an adult in your family involved or even an older sibling. On the stem, you will write, I am grateful for. On each petal, you will write what you are grateful for. On my first petal, I am going to write, I am grateful for my family.
Friends, you should feel free to write or draw things that you are grateful for.
You can use our word box for ideas. Miss Amadou, what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for my dog and my cat.
Pets often bring us so much joy. They make great friends, and for that, we should be grateful.
I am.
One of the things I'm grateful for is my talent. We all have special gifts that make us unique, no matter what they are. We are grateful for them. Let's ask Mr. Root.
Yeah, Mr. Root,
Yeah.
what are you grateful for?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked me. Hey, everybody. I am very grateful for my ancestors, my elders, and the ability to learn and share wisdom with my peers and children.
Wow, that sounds great.
Thanks.
Fill up your virtues garden with as many gratitude flowers as you want.
Ooh, I have a question.
Mhm.
Can my family get involved too?
Yes, remember, virtues are inside all of us, so everyone can participate.
What are you grateful for? What are you grateful for? What are you grateful for? I'm grateful for a lot. I'm grateful for the skies and the trees, the birds and the bees, the food that I eat, and the friends that I meet. What are you grateful for? I'm grateful for my mother that taught me to love myself, and when others need me, that I'm able to help. What are you grateful for? I'm grateful for having the opportunity to have been in at least 15 or 16 counties in Maryland. How many counties does Maryland have? Do you know? It's about, actually, not about, it's the exact same amount of hours in the day. So if you know how many hours there are in the day, that's how many counties there are in Maryland. And I've been to 15 of them at least. So I've been to Baltimore City, Baltimore County, Howard County, Harford County, Arundel County, Kent County, Charles County, Frederick County, Worcester County, Wacomico County, running out of hands, Somerset County, Queens Anne's County, Prince George's County, Montgomery County, um, Talbot County. Any other counties? I think I said all of them. I think, but there are more. There's so many more other counties. Like because Calvert County, I don't think I've ever been there. And then you got St. Mary's County. I've been there, but I don't think I've ever worked there as a teaching artist. But I'm getting way ahead of myself here. So there are 24 counties altogether. So so I'm taking care of that. But while we're talking about our roots and our history, it's also important to take care of yourself. And these days we're calling that self-care, right? And that's very important. So let's get back to Sister Sierra and Miss Amadou and hear what they have to say. Check it out.
Greetings, scholars. I am Sister Sierra.
And I am Miss Amadou.
We are always looking for new ways to relax and take care of ourselves, showing ourselves love. This is especially important during these times.
I found writing out what I'm grateful for not only is relaxing, but it made me appreciate all of the beautiful things that are around me. I have so many things that I have to look forward to in my life.
As a teaching artist in Baltimore City, I love using my creativity as a way to help me discover all the beautiful things around me.
As a kindergarten teacher, I love showing gratitude to my students to let them know that I love and appreciate them.
Scholars, we encourage you to take time in your day to think about all the positive things in your life.
Sometimes it can feel like bad things are all around us, but if we dig down deep, we always find the good things that are within and around us.
So that was pretty cool. There is always something to be grateful for. So even when something bad is going on, you can always have a glass half full or be an optimist, which is somebody who looks to the brighter side of things while still being able to move through things that can be challenging. So we'll be right back after this. Dun, 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 bum, 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 bum. Standing on stage, giving all I got to it. Lyrics I distributed, minister to the populace. Rock to it, rock to it, rock to it, rock to it. I always loved that song because I put a lot of energy into it, and it was a way for me to take care of myself, but also talk about how I could take care of others. So I rock to it, you know. So if you're having a good time, I always want to have my glass half full. You know what I mean? And by glass half full means that I want to have a positive outlook on life, even when negative things are happening. So I'm not going to ignore that negative things are happening and not acknowledge them. What I am going to do is make sure that I'm not contributing to the negativity and I'm trying to build and add positivity to a situation if I can. All right. So that's really important to me. Now, when you have a positive idea, when you feel good, drop that in the chat. Let me know what you've done to help make you feel good on times when you don't feel good. I think that's really important. And even if you're somebody watching this later, I'm going to still come by and check this out. So I'll get tagged on it. So if you have something you want to drop in the chat later and you're watching right now, or you watching later and you have something you want to drop in the chat, then by all means, drop it in the chat. So when Sister Sierra and Miss Amadou come back, they'll be working on gratitude flowers and how to be grateful in the story. We will be we will be examining key details and the main idea. So without further ado, let's check it out.
Ooh, Sister Sierra, look at my gratitude flower.
I love it. Miss Amadou, I really appreciate your gratitude flower. I love the things you wrote and things you drew. It's so colorful and beautiful.
Thank you.
You know, what you wrote reminds me of a book.
Ooh, yeah. The last time we were together, we thought about the characters in the text and the actions they took throughout the story. We discussed how and why they showed love to each other. We even discussed how Mother Earth showed love all around and how we can show love to Mother Earth. One of the ways we show love is by planting and gardening. In this story, we're going to learn about a little girl who plants a garden. We will be able to retell important parts of a story and recall the details in order throughout the story with our theater actions. Friends out there, scholars, do you all remember what the main idea of a text is? Do you remember what the key details are? The main idea is what the book is all about, and the key details are little pieces of information that come together to support the main idea. If we look at our gratitude flowers, the main idea of our gratitude flower is the stem. It shows what we are grateful for. The petals are the key details. They're the little pieces of information that support our main idea. You can also think of it like a song. If you listen to a song, the main idea is what the song is all about, and the key details, those are the lyrics that support
Or the verses.
Yeah, the lyrics or the verses that support the main idea. When we listen to the story today, we're going to be able to identify the main idea and key details of the story. But Sister Sierra, that's a lot of information to remember. Do you have any ways to help me do that?
Oh, yes. We are reading this book together. We are going to make up a song that highlights the main idea and key details. The chorus, that's the part we repeat, that's going to tell us the main idea of this story. The verses will tell us the details to support the main idea. Our story is about a girl who's creating a garden.
All right. Sister Sierra, before we dive deep into the story, can we just go over a few print concepts for our friends so they can remember how we handle our books?
Sure. Are you ready, scholars?
All right, echo after me. This is the front cover.
This is the front cover.
This is the back cover.
This is the back cover.
This is the spine.
This is the spine.
What does it do?
Hold the pages together?
Absolutely. We read top to bottom, left to right, word by word.
We read top to bottom, left to right, word by word.
Great job, Sister Sierra. Now let's dive into the main idea and the key details.
Yes. So, our story is about a little girl who is planting a garden. So, are you all ready to do the chorus? That's the main idea. It's easy. Just repeat after me. Our garden filled with lots of love.
Our garden filled with lots of love.
Where flowers bloom.
Where flowers bloom.
Our garden, plant a seed for me and a seed for you.
Our garden, plant a seed for me and a seed for you.
Our garden filled with lots of love and flowers bloom. Our garden, plant a seed for me and a seed for you. Our garden filled with lots of love where flowers bloom. Our garden, plant a seed for me and a seed for you. Yo, funny enough, I got clipped up trying to get those lyrics for that song at first, and it's very simple. Sometimes things that seem very simple can be very challenging, just depending on where you are and how you're feeling. I mean, that's what I say to Clifford all the time. Ain't that right, Clifford? He's he's a big red dog. He doesn't really talk a lot because he's a stuffed animal and he's not like one of the cartoons that talks and stuff. But he's still really cool though because he's based on the cartoons that I used to read as a kid. Not in the garden, but it's pretty cool. So yeah. Actually, I made my daughter laugh, so that counts. That counts. So somebody laughed. At least she laughed, and that makes me feel good. So this book is going to talk about how you can show gratitude to the earth and your family. So I want you guys to really check this book out. It's pretty awesome. Check it out.
Good job. Can we do it one more time?
Of course.
Yeah, that way we can really get the main idea in our heads.
Great.
All right, here we go. Our garden filled with lots of love where flowers bloom.
Our garden filled with lots of love where flowers bloom.
Our garden, plant a seed for me and a seed for you.
Our garden, plant a seed for me and a seed for you.
Great job, scholars. Now, let's read the book with Miss Amadou so that we can get the key details.
Oh, thanks, Sister Sierra. I'd really like to take a moment to share my gratitude for your contribution to our lesson today. The chorus of the song will really help me remember the main idea today.
Oh, well, thank you, Miss Amadou. I am grateful for you teaching all of us about the main idea and key details in the story. It is such an important part of reading and understanding what the author is trying to tell us.
Thank you, Sister Sierra. Let's look at the first page of our story today. It says, "Garden in a shopping cart. Doesn't it look great?" What do you think that means? What is she buying? How can you tell that she's going to make a garden? Let's use our text evidence. When we use text evidence, we look back at our text to find the answer to our question. So, in the picture, we see flowers, we see soil. So, we know that she is most likely making a garden.
Now, what sentence can we use as our first verse? Oh, I heard someone say they are going to the store to buy things for the garden. Okay, our verse is going to be gonna get supplies.
Gonna get supplies.
This time, you all repeat after us, okay? And make sure you clap 3 times, all right? You ready? Gonna get supplies.
Gonna get supplies.
Good job. All right, what's on the next page, Miss Albany?
Let's see. Garden in a cardboard box, walking to the bus. What is she doing after she buys the garden supplies?
She is going home?
Why do we think she's going home? To plant the garden. So, yeah, another key detail, remember those are small pieces of information, is that she is going home on the bus to plant her garden.
Ooh, okay, well, let's get our verse together. Who has something to offer? Okay, she's getting on the bus to go home. Okay, here's our second verse. Repeat after me. Getting on the bus.
Getting on the bus.
Good job.
I'm loving this song, Sister Sierra. It's really helping me remember the main idea and key details of the story. Let's see if we can learn about another key detail to add to the song. Hurry, hurry, get the trowel. Spread the paper thick.
Miss Amadou, what's a trowel?
Good question, Sister Sierra. A trowel is a small tool that we can use to plant flowers. It looks like a flat shovel. All right, get the bag of potting soil. Get the planting mix. Put purple pansies at each end, daisies white as snow, daffodils, geraniums, and tulips in a row. I heard a lot of key details on this page. Can you identify what key detail we learned about on this page? Hey, Mr. Root, do you think you can come in and help us out?
You know it. Hey.
What do you think is happening on this page? What are the key details?
What do we see?
It looks really interesting. I think that we saw her putting soil in pots and planting flowers.
Very good, Mr. Root. Yes, our new key detail is that she is planting the garden. Wow, that's 3 key details that we've learned so far. I'm so glad Sister Sierra is helping us remember the key details and main idea with our song.
Yes, Miss Amadou. Yes, we know she went to the store and got supplies. She went on the bus to go home. And now it's time to plant the garden. This is the third verse. Repeat after me. Gonna plant the garden.
Gonna plant the garden.
I'm loving it, Sister Sierra. Let's keep going to add on more to the song. All right, let's see what happens next. Walkers walking down below will lift their heads and see purple, yellow, red, and white, a color jamboree.
Ooh, a jamboree is like a celebration, a party. The flowers are having a party with so many different colors.
Ooh, okay. And what do we notice about the garden now?
Oh, did somebody say a party? It's a party. Yo, drop it in the chat. Yo, drop it in the chat. Where you from? Who are you? Hit me back and drop it in the chat. Let me know how much fun you were having in the comments. Drop it in the chat. Click like, say you're happy. Let me know what's going on. Drop it in the chat. Have fun with me right now as I'm rapping and singing this song. In the chat. Yeah, you got something to say? Take your time and drop it in the chat. If you want to rhyme today, use your keyboard and drop it in the chat. 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 Knock knock. I said knock knock. Who's there? Drop. Drop who? Drop it in the chat. You hear me knocking? Let me in. Let me see. Oh, I see some comments right now. Let's see who's commenting. Who's there? Who's there in the chat? Who's there? Who is thee? Who is there? That's my little break for the party, but let's go ahead and get back to the show. We'll see you soon. Check it out.
What do we see?
Oh, she's putting it all together?
Yes, we can see that she put it all together. Our previous key detail was that she was planting the garden, and now we can see she's put it all together.
Oh, I see. It's outside the window.
Yes. Where did she put her garden? Remember to try and use text evidence to answer this question. Look back at the text to figure out your answer.
It looks like the flowers are sitting outside. And she says walkers down below, they will lift their heads and see. In the picture, it looks like she put the garden outside of her window. And from the words, it says that people who walk by can look up and see it as well.
Wow, yes, very good, Mr. Root. She finished planting the garden and put it outside. This is our new key detail. Did
Good
you
job.
get that? All right, Sister Sierra, now we have 4 key details and the main idea to remember. Can you help us out?
Of course. All right, here's the 4th verse for the 4th key detail. Repeat. Giving flowers fresh air.
Giving flowers fresh air. Thank you so much, Sister Sierra. This song is great. We have one last key detail to explore, and then we can finish up.
Yay.
Let's see what happens. Happy, happy birthday, Mom. A garden box for you. Let's dig deep into what just happened. What did you hear about on this page?
Well, the little girl says happy birthday, Mom. So I think it's her mom's birthday.
Yes, you are correct. It's her mom's birthday. And what do you think she got her mom for her birthday?
Looking at the picture, it looks like she got her mom a garden.
Excellent. Yes, very good. How did you know she got her mom the garden?
Well, she said in the earlier part of the book that she was building things with lots of love, and now we can see that she has what she was building and planting.
Wow, thank you. And I like how you're using your text evidence, referring back to the pictures in the text and the words. That is exactly what it means. Throughout the whole story, she's been making a garden to give to her mother.
Miss Amadou, isn't that the main idea? The girl plants the garden to give to her mom?
Yes, Sister Sierra, that was the main idea of our story. And on this last page, we learned the final key detail that supports the main idea. Do you know what it was?
Well, on this page, she gave the flowers to her mom for her birthday. So, is the key detail that she gave the flowers to her mom as a gift?
Yes, Sister Sierra, that is the final piece of information. That is the last key detail we're going to discuss today.
Throughout the story, the characters are expressing the virtue of love. Love is having a special feeling in our hearts, special care in our hearts. Remember, virtues are inside all of us. And when cultivating virtues, everyone grows. Now we can finish our song.
Yes!
This is the last verse. Repeat. Showing mom I care.
Showing mom I care.
Oh, let's sing the song from the beginning. We'll sing the chorus or main idea together, and you'll repeat the verses or key details after me. When I point to you, it's your turn to sing. Are you ready? Here we go. 5, 6, here we go. Our garden filled with lots of love where flowers bloom. Our garden, plant a seed for me and a seed for you. Our garden filled with lots of love where flowers bloom. Our garden, plant a seed for me and a seed for you. Gonna get supplies.
Gonna get supplies.
Getting on the bus.
Getting on the bus.
Gonna plant the garden.
Gonna plant the garden.
Giving flowers fresh air. Giving flowers fresh air. Showing mom I care.
Showing mom I care.
Let's sing the chorus one last time. 1, 2, everybody. Our garden filled with lots of love where flowers bloom. Our garden, plant a seed for me and a seed for you. Our garden filled with lots of love where flowers bloom. Our garden, plant a seed for me and a seed for you. Great job, scholars.
Yes, I love that song, Sister Sierra.
Oh, thank you so much.
Our garden filled with lots of love where flowers bloom. Our garden, plant a seed for me and a seed for you. Getting the supplies, getting on the bus, gonna paint the garden, giving flowers fresh air, showing mom I care. To the chorus. Our garden filled with lots of love where flowers bloom. Our garden, plant a seed for me and a seed for you. And that is the end of Sister Sierra's rap. But if you got a comment, hey, drop it in the chat. 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 Oh yeah, we should probably go back to the show now. Anytime you're ready, check it out.
So much fun today. We learned about main idea and key details in stories and in songs. Right. We remember the main idea is what the story is mostly about.
Drop it in the chat.
To tell someone the main idea in one quick sentence. That's like a quick picture. You only need a few words or a few colors.
Mm-hmm. We also know that the key details are small pieces of information that help us understand the main idea. Remember our flowers? We started with gratitude as our main idea, and the key details were the petals, things that we were grateful for. We also created our song. The chorus is the part we repeated. That was the main idea. And the verses, the lines in between the chorus, were the details explaining more of the main idea.
As we get ready to wrap up our lesson today, we encourage you to think about this question. How did we work together in our lesson today to find the main idea and key details of our story, Flower Garden? If you need help answering the question, ask an adult or older sibling in your home. And who knows, maybe you can find one of your favorite books or stories that you already know and figure out the main idea and the key details.
You can show this in a flower. The stem will have the main idea and the petals will have the key details. Or in a song, the chorus will be your main idea and the verses will be your key details. Remember, the chorus is the part that you repeat over and over again. We wonder which one you will choose.
Show us on social media.
When your artwork is finished, post it and don't forget to use the hashtag YAMDKids.
See you next time, scholars.
Right now. Our garden filled with lots of love where flowers bloom. Our garden, plant a seed for me and a seed for you. Guys, that was amazing. Yeah, we had a great way of learning how to summarize and tell a main idea through song and also speaking about what we were grateful for. One of the things that I am grateful for is to have the opportunity to be here and speak and share with you. So until next time, I want you guys to make sure that you check out www.yamd.org/kids with your parents' permission. You get to see all different types of lessons, student work, and more. But before we go, I want you all to know you are important, you are valuable, and your thoughts and ideas matter. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? facts, though. And by facts, I mean it is very true. You are important, you are valuable, and your thoughts and ideas absolutely matter. All right? So, for kids and teachers, if you want to get recordings of these shows and incorporate them into your virtual lessons, you can. And we will give you what you call extensions. These things will help you to use them and show academic and creative connections to your own curriculum. And we're dropping that into the chat right now as I speak. You know what I mean? So you already know if I'm going to talk about it, we're going to be about it. We're dropping it in the chat. So anything that I'm saying right now, it'll definitely be in the chat. All right. And if you're in Baltimore City, your kids and teachers can get these free of charge. All right. And if there's any other issue and you're outside of the city, young audiences can support your school with grants that will either lower the cost or pay the entire cost for young audiences, artists such as myself, Mr. Fish, or Mr. Drew, to come through into your classroom virtually or in person. And I am Mr. Root. And it is a pleasure to be here with you. And I'm just about done, and it's about to be a wrap. But before I go, drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Hey, just drop it in the chat. Hello, my name is Mr. Root. And don't forget, you can drop it in the chat. How you doing? It's fun to be with you. Don't forget, drop it in the chat. We're about to go. Next week, we'll be right back. Have a good time, man. Drop it in the chat. I don't know what to say, but I know what I'll say is drop it in the chat. Hey, 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 hey. Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Everybody, it was a pleasure to be with you again for Behind the Scenes for our noon version of Arts and Learning Kids. I am Mr. Root, and once again, it is always more than a pleasure to be here and engage and hang out with all of you. So until next time, have a great time, and know that you are important, valuable, and your thoughts and ideas always matter.